Hey, what's going on, guys? We are doing an overcap of the tornadoes of November 4th. Let's take a look at Radar Loop. Thank you to IEM and White Weather for letting me use this. Your first tornado warning was right here, and it was no tornado. And then you have your second tornado warning. This right here is your tornado watch. All of that's your tornado watch. And I'm going to talk through this. We had multiple tornado emergencies today. A 4 out of 5 was issued on the severe weather scale. Let me see if I can turn up the quality here. Right here, this is the storm that went through Idabel. As it tracked on, it's now a tornado emergency here. Whoa. So this was your tornado emergency here. And it was in Idabel, Brookbow, Eagletown, and... can't say that. And this is your new Boston tornado right here, which prompted a tornado warning, I believe. Tornado emergency. And your storm pushed on more east here. Let's take a look at the Storm Prediction Center. We're going to zoom in. I'm feeling much better. I still am a little sick. You could see... editing now. Sorry about that. I had to get my deal here. So this was your moderate risk. I'm also going to do it in black because that makes it 10 times easier to see on this one. Your moderate risk was right here. And the majority of the tornadoes were here. Both of these tornado emergencies were in this. And it came true to what it was. As we take a look here at this update, which is what we were looking at, we had a 15% for tornadoes, a 45 for hail, and 45 for wind and 15 for hail. Your tornado watches, first one was a 70-50 probably. Yeah, 70-50. For this area here. Your next weather watch, tornado watch. Here, next one, severe thunderstorm watch in Missouri. Your next and last one, second last, is that. And there was also a severe thunderstorm watch issued until 3/29. I was not awake. Let's take a look at Wikipedia. There is a reason in this. And this was a late season. We could see, oh, there was an EF4. Where? Well, this is going to be part of the tornado we're talking about. Idabel's first. So Idabel was an EF4. It's still preliminary, so if this updates, I will come back, redo this whole entire video. Probably not the entire thing, but I'll redo Idabel part. The Idabel part. It was an EF4. And as we come here, we're going to use the damage assessment toolkit viewer. We had an EF4. Your most significant damage was just north of Clarksville by, here's Clarksville, 6 miles. This is what remains of it, of the damage site. You can see all of this debris here and no house. Like, there's none. And that currently is the only EF4 damage. Now, I swore Trinity Baptist Church in Idabel would have been EF4. I guess not. Also, we're also going to have 2 YouTube videos, I guess, today. It passed very, very close to Idabel. Idabel did get hit. You had 1.6 miles separating the tornado and downtown Idabel. Let's take a look at some of the damage here. EF3 damage. It's devastation. And it stops right here. Now, it may continue going. It may. And you're like, oh, so the EF4 damage was in Texas. So shouldn't it be an EF3? No. I mean, shouldn't the Oklahoma part be an EF3? No. It was on the ground over the Red River itself. It became a waterspout for a short time. If it would have lifted here, or no damage would have been, trees were snapped there, or grass being bent up, yes, it probably would have gotten an EF3 rating in Oklahoma. But because it stayed on the ground, and it traveled through a different state, let's say this tornado. Did I really? I guess this tornado lifted. That is generally not the case. I guess tornado could have lifted too, y'all. But usually you're not going to see that. If it did not lift, it's an EF3. For some reason, that may not be right. Now let's get back to Idabel. So your damage was some of it was to the Idabel Country Club, which could not be rated per Shreveport National Weather Service Twitter and other stuff. And the storm continued, not doing much damage, doing probably a lot, until it hit here. And we're seeing, EF2 damage. And EF1, EF0 damage. Then you have this straight EF0. And it ends. Now, I did not know this. There was an F5 in McCurtain County. So when this tornado was going through, we were listening to Hayworth Fire Department because there was nothing of Idabel, so we were listening to Hayworth Fire Department. Then it went down. And this was a tornado emergency. Oklahoma Mesonet in Idabel got a 108 reading. And the tornado missed it by approximately 150 miles. This long-tracked violent tornado, the strongest of the outbreak, caused significant damage along its path over 58 miles through portions of Texas and Oklahoma, with 6 locations sustaining EF3 level damage. The tornado touched down southwest of Clarksville in Red River County, Texas, where it peeled off the tin metal roof panels of a plant. As the tornado continued, it rapidly intensified. It destroyed a single-family home, had all of its walls removed, with only interior rooms standing. During the tornado, this damage... where the family sheltered... with only the interior room left standing, where the family sheltered during the tornado. This damage was rated EF3 with an estimate of 152 mile-per-hour winds. Less than 100 yards away, another home sustained EF3 damage. With all of its walls collapsed, this damage was rated EF3 with sustained winds of 150 miles per hour. 3 minutes later, the tornado caused EF3 damage to soft hardwood trees as it debarked them. Both of these EF3 damaged locations had wind estimate of 40 miles an hour. On the north side of Clarksville, the tornado rapidly re-intensified to its peak. It destroyed a two-story single-family home, wiped from its foundation. Now, let's take a break. People say, oh, it was wiped off its foundation, it's an EF5. No, that's not always the case. Now, Trinity Baptist Church, to me, this, for some reason, looked like EF4. I don't think I've seen this direct photo. Now that I look at it, yeah, it's EF3. But it was only an EF4. Now, it has to be very well built, and there cannot be anything on that thing to be an EF5. One house can cause EF5. One house. It had estimates of wind 170 miles per hour. The highest from the tornado. The tornado produced EF2 level damage to several single-family homes on its way towards Idaho before reaching Idaho. The tornado missed the Oklahoma Mesonet Idaho observing platform by approximately 150 miles. A measured gust of 108 miles per hour was recorded by the 10-meter, 11-yard anemometer and damage pattern of the grass. It was determined that this gust was from the rear flank downdraft. Now, I'm not going to read all of it. The tornado completely destroyed Trinity Baptist Church. That's where I had the EF4 in play, which received a rating of EF3 with winds estimate of 155. This tornado may continue through McCurtain, Polk, and Sevier counties, which would basically make it a tri-state tornado, but not as long. It ain't gonna be like the Mayfield, Kentucky tornado. It was hard to see the tornado on radar, but it was tornado emergency. The track of this tornado may continue through McCurtain, Polk, Sevier, and Tri-County border, which it goes into Arkansas there. Because it was in Texas, Oklahoma, and if it does go into Arkansas, that makes it tri-state, which we don't see very many tri-staters with all of these. So, now we will be talking about another tornado emergency. Yes. Which is called the New Boston tornado emergency. We're going to be taking a look at New Boston now. This was a tornado emergency. Let's take a look at it. So the tornado itself, there were multiple points to this. So we're going to go through it here now. We're looking at stronger areas of of EF3 damage. The tornado tracked, causing EF3 damage. It lifted. Hit back on the ground. Caused EF3 damage. No attachments found. This was an EF3. Going back to an EF3 here. Then it lifted. New Boston was right here. I said it's going almost in New Boston. In that stream. There's not really much to say about this storm, though. So now let's take a look at all of them together. So, let's start out with the first of it. Let me get a drink of water here. So, I really don't know what else to say. Let's talk about some other of them. Next one we're going to talk about is the Sawyer tornado, I believe. Yes, the Sawyer. With EF3 damage. Somewhere. It has EF2 there. Does somebody have to call right now? Alright. It went through Sawyer as an EF2. So yeah. I don't know what else to say. We're also going to have another video. We will have another video, and I will have every single detail. So this is going to be the tornado emergencies. This is where all of your tornadoes were. You know, you had your EF4 here. You had an EF3, EF2 there. You had your New Boston here. Now, we will have another update, guys, so stay tuned for that. Without all of this, I think it's done. Thank you guys so much for watching. We talked about this tornado here, the 2 tornado emergencies. I say probably tomorrow or the next day after that we will have more information. And I will get it, or when we get all final details, we'll get it out to you guys. With all due, stay safe. I also have to record another video after this, so that is why we are ending so soon. I have to go ahead and, you guys will already have, this video will already be up. But I have to film for Tropical Storm Nicole and a possible severe weather outbreak on Thursday, November the 11th. So I have to, record all of that. So whenever I get the chance, guys, it probably won't be Thursday because, like I said, there could be a storm system to happen. But once I get to you guys, once I get enough time, I will get this stuff out. We went through the tornado emergencies, so yeah. Once we do, we'll have probably an hour long. Probably. That's not yet definite. So, along from that, this video will probably be released tomorrow, Wednesday, for me. And by the time I upload that YouTube video, I can get it up. So, yeah, I'll probably just do that and get, it will not be the most in-depth I've had. But I gotta do it, and I will. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay weather aware throughout all day and all night. Peace.